Hi everybody, welcome to week 4. We are just about a quarter of the way through the semester. I hope things are going well for you as you work through the literacies module. Couple of reminders, now that we're out of module 1, late penalties are being levied, so if you turn something in late, you will get deducted points for it being late. Please remember that once a module closes, you cannot turn in late work on that module at all, regardless of the late penalty. You have a quiz due tomorrow morning at 8, and it's about documentation, documenting sources using MLA and APA guidelines. This can be tricky. Take your time and look through the resources. I've linked you to some websites. You are not expected to memorize how to do all of this stuff, but become familiar with the resources so when you need to make a citation, you know where to look for it. If you have questions about documentation, the Q&A discussion board in our course is a great place to go to talk with your classmates about course topics. The Q&A discussion board has not been used, and there are extra points attached to it, and it's a great way to help each other, so I hope that you'll use it. About the next discussion board, number 2, the first post is due Monday. Discussion board 2 asks you to do basically the same thing that Wiki 2 asked you to do, except in the discussion board, you need to add documentation. So you can take what you've already written for the Wiki. You can make changes or revise that if you want to improve it. But you should definitely add in accurate documentation. You can see all of the directions on the discussion board. But what you should do before we get to that initial post of discussion board 2 is read the feedback that I left you on your Wiki post if you haven't already done that. If you don't know how to find feedback on those posts, let me show you. I'm going to show you actually my children's literature class Blackboard page, but finding the rubric is the exact same thing as our class. You'll go down to the link on the course menu called My Grades, which is the same in our class. Click on that. Find the name of the assignment that you want feedback on. The best way to go here is to click View Rubric. When you do that, you'll see where you were graded on the rubric, and you'll also see feedback to the learner below the rubric. Sometimes there's even feedback in each rubric category. So be sure and look at that, because you can take the suggestions that I made to you on the Wiki and apply them to the discussion board since there's such a close connection between these two assignments. Back to the My Grades page, you'll also see this speech bubble, and you could click on the speech bubble next to your point total. That gives you just my written feedback without the rubric there for reference. So, I mean, it's a quick way to get feedback, but I think really View Rubric is the way to go. You also might notice that if you click on the title of the assignment, you will see the document that you uploaded, and over here on the right side, there's a kind of a grid icon. That's View Rubric. You can click on that and get to the rubric that way as well. Let's see. Finding feedback is so important. I spend a lot of time giving feedback, making suggestions, trying to help you improve the next time you're doing something that requires that same skill. So please look for feedback. And if you can't find feedback, please ask for it. Ask for help. There are a couple of late wikis that came in that I will have graded by the end of the day tomorrow, Wednesday. And the quiz that's due tomorrow morning is mostly auto-graded, but there are a couple of things. There's one question that I need to respond to, so I will be working on those tomorrow as well, and you can look for your feedback. Have a great day. Go Cubs!